a boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow, she can hang it up just like a telephone.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On play action, it's Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. Nothing letting him use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. The Buccaneers at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one. Julio Jones' year in Tennessee never really got going as he continued to battle injuries that followed him over from Atlanta. He believes he still has a couple of big seasons left in his career, and one more of those could see him climb into the top 10 or even the top 5 all-time in receiving yards.
Fournette, a first down carry, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. This defense for the Packers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And Brady will sneak it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot.
throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team...
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Here's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Well, I think the hope is you with a touch pass like that, when you catch the defense off guard, but they're all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was a wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, here's Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Dillon going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal. Rodgers with a keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Aaron Rodgers with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. But that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Up the gun, Fournette. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Keep pushing the ball down the field. As an offense, we have an offense. Cover!
Looking to throw on second down. Brady dumps it off to Fournette. And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A final shot before half for Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And they've got to be sick over that opening kickoff. They get the ball, hoping to go down and score, and just like that, they cough it up. The other team scores.
So much for the best laid plans. The offense spent all their time in the locker room at halftime plotting, getting the ball back, taking it downfield, and putting 6 points on the board. I just wonder, do they have a 12-point drive in them now? What a way to start the half.
All changed in the blink of an eye.
This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Now, this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. We've got a 3rd down and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Up the middle, Jones. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
Hauled in on the out route by Melton.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
The duo of Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon split the work in Green Bay last season. Jones was still his excellent self with almost 1,400 all-purpose yards and 10 touchdowns. He even moved into the all-time top 5 for the pack in rushing. No small feat with that franchise's history.
Stuck for the loss by Devin White.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that way his quarterback took the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's Rodgers. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The kick by Crosby is good, and they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
From the 6.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Fournette running right. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, now Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here with Fournette.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now Brady got to have this one.
Finding Otton once more. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a play fake. Brady rolling to his right. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll go for it. It's Brady.
And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
On second down, it's Jones. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the counter, here's Jones. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And they will take a knee here.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Myles, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last night I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD, baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's